I have piled on the lockdown pounds, by the way. This used to fall off me like a fucking baggy tent. Now I look like Robert with a painted on fucking shirt.
I think it's time for this old friend to revive our fortunes. I just hope I can still fit in it. Hello, our saviour. Has anyone seen my cocaine?
Good morning, welcome to Beer and Breakfast, your matchday morning build-up show. I'm Johnny, this is Jono. Welcome to Farm Road, and welcome to Beer and Breakfast.
We're here again.
We're here again. It's almost as if we're alcoholics and we just enjoy a pint in the morning.
We're at 10:30 and all.
To be fair, we've been here since 10:15.
We have.
If you're new to the channel, or even if you're not, please subscribe. We are looking at around 68% of you that are watching but not subscribing. Criminal.
Disgusting.
Criminal. They're banned from Farm Road.
It's like you're living on a freebie.
Yeah, it's the same as stealing. Subscribe, you bastards. So, coming up today, we've got the usual. We've got this and that. We've got the Luton recap. We're going to have to do it, aren't we?
That should take all of 20 seconds.
And then we've got all the fun bits, such as looking at the signings, looking at the upcoming fixture, and of course, the fan cams. Luton. I don't.
Well, you know more than me.
No, I don't. I fucked off at half time.
Yeah, you did. You slept on coach, didn't you?
Yeah, mate. That was the best decision I've ever fucking made in my life. Honestly, it was that bad. Honestly, you know, you watch a team. No, in fact, we watch two teams and you just know, you've got nothing to look forward to.
It did start your preferred striking force as well.
It did, and then do you know what he did with them?
Go on.
He decided he's going to play Billy Sharp as a target man and play it to Ollie McBurney's feet. Can you see why maybe it didn't work?
Just a tad.
I mean, but we happen to have had a spy in the Sheffield United hotel the night before.
Yes, we did. Not mentioning no names.
Not mentioning no names. Cracking. Cut. Yeah, we had a spy in the hotel. She noticed that George Baldock was wearing a moon boot before the game, so we weren't really shocked when he came off. So why did he start him if he was wearing a moon boot night before? I don't get that.
No, well, don't at all. And comes off after 20 odd minutes. Your turn. Not very professional, Jonathan.
Hello. George coming off weren't much of a shock at all. We knew it would come in anyway, thanks to our glorious spy in the Sheffield United hotel.
She had a photo with a couple of them, so I'm pretty sure.
I can't say it's a she.
You already did?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think they all noticed she was taking photos as well.
Yeah, she wasn't very inconspicuous.
Where were Ollie McBurney looking?
Not the eyes.
Back to Luton. First off, absolutely dog shit. They were just the most boring thing I've ever seen in my life. No attacking threat. You know how before, we were even like at Swansea, we were passing it about, holding onto the ball. Yeah. Imagine that, but giving the ball away as well.
Luckily, we were playing a team like Luton and who's not punished us.
Exactly. That game, if anything was going to happen, it was going to be a goal for them. It was never going to be for us. But it's just one of them games where you've got to put it behind you. And I'm glad international break came straight after.
It'd be nice to go into international break with a win, though. But it could have been worse going into it with a loss. So
yeah, it one of them games where we didn't lose. We got past it with a point, And if we were playing straight, we can imagine if we were filming this the week after Luton before we'd like not calm down.
Yeah. There's still emotions are still being high and frustration and
Yeah.
But a lot's happened since then, so
Exactly. That's
we're a bit more upbeat at the moment.
Yeah, we had the closing of the transfer window, which kind of gives a bit of a boost. I just think that we got that game out of the way at the right time.
Yeah.
And if you want a full recap of the game, here's my 4-word recap of the game. It was fucking shit. So obviously that gives us 2 points now, Jono. We're practically flying up fucking league.
Up the Football League we go.
2 points. 2 points.
After 6 matches, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, we've had worse starts and done all right, but this is pretty demoralising. But we're trying to stay positive.
Yeah, I mean, we did expect to be doing a lot better, but we're in this position and the only way is up, surely.
It could be worse.
It could be a Forest fan.
Or in League One. We are still early days.
We've been saying this a long time now, so when's it going to stop being early days and, oh shit, we're still second from bottom?
August. Next August. I don't know. It needs to change. It needs to change quick. But luckily, to help us with this transformation in League 4, we've brought in some new signings, Jono. Finally. Let's discuss them one by one. Let's look at Conor Hourihane. What do you reckon to Conor Hourihane?
He's probably my favourite one because he can cross a ball. And we have been lacking just that service from dead ball situations. So, yeah, very happy with him.
I mean, if you look at him, for Swansea on loan last season, 24 appearances, 5 goals, only 2 assists. But everybody raved about him there. Villa, 151 appearances, 29 goals, 23 assists.
And he's always involved in attacking situations, so it might not get the assist, but he'll be involved in a goal.
And he's not afraid to shoot either.
No, definitely not. As he was playing for Ireland overnight, and he was shooting from wherever.
Yeah, free kick taker.
Yeah.
Could he be taking corners? Could we beat a first man on a corner?
Might not even play, yeah.
He's got to play. Surely he's got to play.
I hope so. We'll see.
Ben Davies, we've already discussed him. Solid centre-half. He's not really had time to shine yet, has he?
He's not, no. But then again, we're not conceding many, so he's doing a job straight away.
Yeah. He's lacking match fitness. 0 appearances, 0 goals and 0 assists in his last club. So he needs to get into swinger it really, doesn't he?
How much did they pay for that?
Oh, don't even get me fucking started. They did that to spite us.
Probably.
Robin Olsen.
I didn't know too much about him before, but...
International keeper.
Yeah, for Sweden. Had a great game last week as well. Did alright for Everton, but I didn't know much about him. He's looking good, actually. He's
played all over and all, hasn't he? So it's not like he's going to be daunted by coming to a new league. He's played every fucking week.
Yeah. It should be confidence enough, and it should give the defence a bit more confidence as well, with him behind.
Yeah, definitely. Morgan Gibbs-white. This one were a surprise to me because I thought we'd be looking exclusively at wide men. I know people are saying he can play out wide, but he is a midfielder by trade, like centre midfielder, either just behind strikers or in middle. Fair few games, 86 appearances for Wolves, 3 goals, 1 assist, 6 appearances for Swansea, 1 goal, 1 assist, so it's not a bad ratio.
What is it with these Swansea players?
I know, that worries me a little bit. We don't have much luck with Swansea players.
No.
Brewster, McBurney, Leon Britton. We're not particularly blessed in that sense. Huh?
Hourihane?
Yeah, but he hasn't played yet. I'm looking at bad ones.
I don't know, seem to be getting all ex-Swansea players.
We're just copying their model thing. They were good ones. Remember when they had Michu? We could copy them. We could win a League Cup. Obviously, John, we're discussing new signings. That gives me a good idea, that, actually.
Oh, wow. What's that?
I think that should lead us quite nicely into this week's...
This or that.
So, welcome to your usual cheesy morning game show game, thingy-mabobby, doodle with paddles and all that malarkey, yeah?
There's a bit of more oomph in that. It's a quality game.
Welcome to this or that. So this week we'll be looking at our 4 new signings, and me and John will be picking who we think will be the most important...
Successful?
No, not successful. The most important, the most... successful.
I'll wait ages for that, I know.
The most vital of the 4 new signings. Who we think is going to slot in? Who we think is going to be imperative? Imperative. That's the word that wouldn't come to my mouth. Who's going to be the most imperative to the squad?
Say that after 8 points.
Imperative. So we can have a pick from Morgan Gibbs-White, Ben Davis, Robin Olsen, or Connor Hurahan.
Davis has got a small head.
Yeah, just shut the fuck up. You're not meant to point these things out. So, as always, home advantage to the lovely steward of Farm Road.
Thank you very much.
Jono, who do you think will be the most imperative signing of this transfer window?
Oh no, he's there. Hurahan.
Connor.
Connor.
Why do you think Connor?
Oh, because he can cross a ball.
Do we need to say any more?
No, that's it. It's what we've been missing at the moment. I might actually get excited for a corner or a free kick now.
He's going to hit first man at every set piece.
Definitely not first when he is.
You're going to be sat here. You're going to be sat like, yes, we've got to cut it. He's hit fucking first man, bastard.
Probably, but he's my favourite one.
He's the one you're going for.
He is, yes, definitely. So, Johnny, tell me your favourite signing.
Ooh, Robin Olsen.
Olsen?
Straight away. Not just because people picked him on the Twitter poll, but just, I don't know. I think that we were worried with Verrips in there, especially after West Brom. He looked a bit stressed against Derby. He probably is a good keeper in there somewhere, but I just don't think English game is right for him until he's played a few more games. And the problem is, in this division, it's too much of a deep end to throw him into too many games.
Oh, what about Fotheringham? He's been doing all right. He's not really put a foot wrong. And
did you go to Luton?
Did he concede?
No, but he was erratic, shall we say. I think Olsen, international, number 1 for his country, Premier League experience in fucking everywhere. I'm sure he's played in like Constantinople or something. But just that class. I just think with how he's playing for Sweden, that professionalism, the way he leads a team, he's passionate. He's a good goalkeeper, and I think he'll get defence a lot of confidence because I think they were still a bit shaky with Ramsdale. I still do. As good as he could be, I still think there were some shaky issues about him. I don't think he could fucking dive to either side.
All right.
They've had 2 instances of erratic Wes and Verrips' West Brom performance. I just think it'd be a boost for the whole team, and I think it could be as important as when we signed Dean Henderson.
Well, I was about to bring that up. Don't you think it's a bit more deja vu? He does have a very good season. End of season, he goes bye-byes. Can't afford his wages or all like that.
I don't know.
And then we're back to square one.
I don't know. I reckon we could sign him.
Well, there is an option to buy him one of the loans.
I reckon it's him.
You think?
I reckon it's him.
Some decent wages.
At Roma? Yeah, but they're looking to offload him. Jose Mourinho's...
But if he has a really good season with us, they might want to keep him.
No, definitely not. It's Jose Mourinho there, isn't it? He don't like keepers of that build.
He was a keeper, wasn't he, back in the day?
No, he didn't play football.
He did not?
I think unless he were like a reserve for like Spartak Portugal or something. But no, I just think that he could be the one that we sign. He could be a fan favourite. Watch him, he's going to concede 4 now against Peterborough, isn't he?
No.
he's going to do a fucking Massimo Taibbi on his first day at office. Am I giving you horrible premonitions there?
It's not going to happen.
Hey, I've got every confidence he'll come big. That's why I picked him. So, that was this week's This or That. So looking at team, obviously players we've brought in, we've just gone through his favourites. Are these players what we've been missing?
Definitely. I think a lot more creative midfielders, somebody who can cross a ball, and it's pressure now on Fleck and Norwood that they're not indispensable now in the team. There's somebody that can come and take their place, and hopefully, if that makes them play better, then it's winning every way around, isn't it?
Well, imagine if it turns around their form, and then we've got prime Norwood, prime Fleck back, and then we've got all them fighting for that midfield.
Because they've not had anybody really challenging them for their spot, so that's why they've been in, week out. Or some people say like Osborne in midfield, but I don't think he's any better.
I'm not a big.
He tries harder. I'll give him that.
This is going to piss off a lot of people, I know it, but I don't rate Osborne as a starter.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's kind of like a Sharp at the moment and all.
No, I think Sharp has to start. I still think
can't start Sharp. When was the last time he scored?
Derby, Huddersfield.
While starting a match.
I don't fucking know.
Exactly.
So, but he's the best finisher we've got there. He's the one who looks like a threat when he's playing.
As a sub when he's come on.
No, he has done when he started before. Last one, Norwich, Premier League.
A long time ago.
I think that was the last time they started him, though.
The last game we went to work before COVID, weren't it?
It were. I think he started that game and scored, or it might have been. Yeah, but it Norwich.
I don't know. Some homework for you there, Johnny.
We'll get back to you. But yeah, I just think that he's best striker we've got there. And back onto midfield. My only worry is he definitely wanted wide men in, didn't he?
He did, and well, he's got probably one.
You know.
Gibbs, he can play wide.
Yes, people say he can, but he's essentially. I don't see him out wide, personally. It could work. I could be fucking majorly wrong, and he could end up being a revelation. To me, he's just got the build of a young Dids.
A young Dids?
He's got the build of a young Dids.
Okay.
I think that could be why he's here.
To replace Dids?
Yeah. I think that's why he could be here. If we're going to play with a 5, which it's looking like he might do, I'd prefer him to stick with a 4-3-3 with players he's got now.
Does he need 9 shots to get a goal first, though?
That's a prime Dids. Not new Dids. Prime Dids. Championship Dids. Do you remember him? He was good last time in Championship.
He was.
So I think that's what he's here for, to play that, like, behind the strikers role. Anyway, we've had our say on signings and stuff. Let's hear what Big Slav had to say.
We can be satisfied. We bring few new bodies in the building. It's like always, you can do it more or less. But now it's transfer was behind of us, and in general line, I need to be focused for different things. We need to looking for the improvements, start to win the game, and be competitive for the fight ahead of us. Can be better, can be worse. It's of course it's all the coaches prefer permanent signing. It's didn't be easy transfer window for us. Some players what we have intention for signing, we didn't can finish the job with them. At the end, I believe we are bring some quality guy in the team. They can give us different option. And what I prefer or don't I prefer, it's not important right now. People what we signed, I was agree for signing these players. They Connor start working today with us. We are still taking for Robin Olsen for start working, and at the end I believe these people can help us. We are at the end. I am not especially so fan of the numbers. We are changed the style of the play. We have a lot of the possession. For be honest, we didn't find it any benefit for this possession. But for another side, we step by step we will try looking for some different way. What we start to play the game, find it a way for be more close of the win the game. And what you ask me about starting 11, of course. It's important, but it's important for another side. All the players know what is the rule, what is the role on the field, because for championship, what it's a lot of them will be on the field, and in different moment they must be ready for the challenge. It's Colin start working with us yesterday. 2 days ago, he played the last 15 minutes. It's ready for the challenge. Desperate players. A lot of the battles is behind of him especially in this level where we are compete actually right now. And he's guy with the guaranteed, and I'm sure he can help us. For another side, we didn't have opportunity start working with Robin Olsen. It's new rules, COVID situation, Brexit. I cannot give you answer if I can use him immediately or not. Probably I need to waiting a little bit more for for start thinking about use him in the games.
So I see Slav said there, and whatever player that went in there that we definitely know who's going to be featured this week, because we don't record this early in the week and we do it all live on a Saturday morning.
Yeah, so if you phone me, it'll go off now.
But yeah, as we said, we're playing Peterborough. Funny team to be playing, only just come up. Sometimes when teams come up, they carry that momentum. Peterborough don't seem to really have done that, do they?
No, I would say they're only just above us. I think it's a perfect team to play.
Yeah. After the debacle of Luton, international break, new signings in, this is a game we want to be playing. And that's not no disrespect to Peterborough, I'm not underestimating by any sense, but this is, if we could handpick a game on paper to play, this would be it.
Yeah, it is, but it's also probably the worst game to lose.
Fucking hell, yeah. No, we're not going to go down that route. We're not going to go down that route. Oh, bastard, I'm thinking about it
Shit
now.
or bust, isn't it, really, this one?
Well, it's a must-win game. And I know it's early in season, people are going to bed in and this, that and over. I don't know why I'm speaking through my nose when I say that, but that's how I imagine people on Twitter speak when they've been like, right...
Be happy clappers.
No, just condescending. I can stand happy clappers, because if that's what they think, that's what they think. It's when people condescend to you.
What's it with your big words this morning?
I've had a beer.
You had a dictionary for breakfast.
A dictionary for breakfast. If we do lose this game, it could be shoes off in car park time, and we'll be filming Chardonnay and lettuce next week.
It will be panic stations.
Yeah.
I think even a draw's not good enough. I think if we absolutely hammer them with 20 shots on goal and draw 1-1...
If their keeper plays a blinder and they get a last-minute equaliser...
It's forgivable.
Yeah. But a loss of any circumstance, whether it's like Huddersfield or whether it's like West Brom, either loss is unacceptable at this point. It has to be a win. It has to be. It has to be. And that's, not, again, no disrespect to Peterborough. I'm not expecting them to let us go out there and fucking walk all over them. They're going to put a rate shift in.
No, the shit.
Let's look at their recent form and see if that's true. 3-0 loss. Beat Derby, though. Beat big Wayne Rooney's Derby.
We beat Derby.
Yeah, we did. But yeah. Cardiff at home, 2-2. And they lost away to Preston and then lost at home to West Brom. So, yeah, they're pretty shit, actually. Thinking about it. Yeah, they are, but look how we do against shit teams.
Well, we didn't concede against Luton, they conceded 3. There's a bonus there. I'm trying to be optimistic here.
By diminishing the other team?
Yeah.
Not by bigging us up, but by saying Peterborough shit.
Yeah, practically.
We've got it in the bag, ladies and gentlemen. So let's have a look what our opposition fan for this week has to say, and the opposition gaffer.
So my first impression of Posh's start this season has been, it's okay, but I think we need better. There have been games where we've come against opposition that we probably went into that game expecting not a lot. The Cardiff result, for example, and West Brom, where we gave a good showing of ourselves, probably deserved something in the end, and it just wasn't meant to be. But then on the flip side, the games against Preston and Luton, where we probably went into that game expecting a good show and a good result, it was the complete opposite. We got dominated throughout the game. I know Preston was only a 1-0 loss, but they really went after that game, and we were in all sorts of trouble from kick-off. So, it could be better. I think the results will come. It's just a case of acclimatising to this league, and that's going to come in experience, really. So I'm not too worried at the moment. What to expect from Posh? Really just attacking football. I think we know that our main weak point is our defence, and because of that, we'll go after the attacking part of the game. Probably a lot of crosses to our target man, Johnson Clark-Harris. We'll probably look to dominate the midfield area as well. We've got talented central midfielders and pace on the wings. So, yeah, I think don't really be underestimating us, because we will come after you. Sheffield haven't really had a good start to the season. I think I said on our podcast not too long ago, the Yellow Block, that if it wasn't for the international break, if we played Sheffield 2 weeks ago, before that break, it was probably the perfect time to play them, because you've struggled in results recently and you've been leaking goals. But having said that, you've strengthened a lot on deadline day. Your squad looks a lot better now than it did 2 weeks ago. So I think it's probably going to be a much tougher game now. So I don't really know, going into this game, whether I can say it's the perfect time still, because of the strength that you've added. You've got a lot of experience in that squad now, and you've just come down from the Premier League. So, if I was to say confidence going into that game, not a great deal. I'm very wary of the fact that you've just come from the Prem. You're a very strong side, all things considered. Whether the manager's got the tactics right yet, I don't know. But I think we could possibly steal something, but I'm not expecting us to absolutely crush the game and it come out 3-4-0 for us. It's going to be tight, I think. If I had to give a score prediction for the game, I think possibly a 2-1 loss, if not 2-2. I think that's going to be a fair result. Thanks.
We're not the only football team that will have disruptions through COVID and things like that. In terms of it's still there, and you're going to have to deal with certain things like that, and you're going to have to deal with injuries. It's part and parcel of the game. I mean, last season we had an incredible record with injuries. We were fantastic in a very testing year, So it sort of works this way where you're injury free, and then all of a sudden you get 2 or 3. So everyone's the same, and you have to deal with it. That's why we've got the squad we have. Obviously, with Connor coming in, that ties the squad up completely. I'm very happy with it. We've got good competition, and once everyone's up to speed, new manager's gone in there. They've obviously not started how they wanted to. I've watched them. A team full of absolute quality and an abundance of players. He's brought in Houlihan and Gibbs-white to add to that. So yeah, it'll be a big test. It's a big club, and they've had some changes since obviously Chris left a while ago, and they went through an incredible run, and the way they played was fantastic to watch and really hard to play against. The last home game they sort of went back to that a little bit against Huddersfield. They've chopped and changed a little bit in formation, but look, they're a team full of quality. There's no doubt, you can't get away from that. It's going to be but for me it's a game that we go and enjoy and go and have no fear and go and play how we want to play. There's no point in going to these places playing with fear. It's never going to work that way. In the end, the quality will beat you. You got to go and play the game we want to play. You got to play, with the ball and take the ball in tight situations. We're taking a big following there, and it's a game we must all look forward to. I know I am. It's a fantastic football stadium, and I keep going back to it. The two teams that I would imagine, you can never be too sure. The two teams that I think will be roundabout it, Cardiff and West Brom. We've dealt with them really well. They're two big teams in this league, and we've got to have a similar performance against Sheffield United, albeit it'll be a very different game tactically.
When he's not out exploring the deepest, darkest depths of Colombia, Panchero's here every week, getting the opposition view ready for you to look at, both before and after the game. Essential reading for any Blades fan, and a big part of many Blades rituals. Always an interesting opinion or two, and always good for a laugh. As it's not a televised game, there won't be a watch-along over on the Sheffield United way this week. But do not worry. Nick has got your back. As once he's done cheering on the Blades, he'll be giving his match reaction for the Blades v Peterborough game. Let's hope it's a good result and we give something to really cheer about. Nick? Of course, let's not forget that we are spoilt for choice with Sheffield United podcasts out there. We've got Blades Pod, Tufty Club and 4 Blades in the Pub, all 3 amazing Sheffield United podcasts. Well worth a listen. I'd recommend them to anybody and everybody. Get on there, give them a listen, you won't regret it. Out now, here on the Shoreham View, we've got our Chat with Alan Kelly podcast. Some great stories from our favourite all-time player, including a very strange and very violent initiation on the team bus. And of course, coming hopefully after the game, will be our Peterborough vlog. Say it with me, everybody. Sunday if I'm hungover.
So, obviously, Dan there saying that we shouldn't take them for granted and they're going to come at us, and you can see him maybe snatching a 1-0 or getting a 2-2 draw.
Deluded.
Bit of a jump, that, innit? 1-0 win to them or a 2-2 draw.
Deluded.
You're not having it?
No. We'll score 2 goals.
So you can see them winning 1-0?
No, we're going to win, actually. No.
You're confident, aren't you?
I'm confident.
I'm not used to seeing this.
A lot more upbeat with these new signings. It's what we've been waiting for. And
we've been hurt so many times, I still can't let myself be happy.
If we lose, then don't be on the next week's show.
we said it earlier about it being a must-win game. If we don't win this game, it's going to be fucking toxic. People are going to be in car park, shoes are going to be off, and what do we do if we don't win this game? What is the solution?
What can we do? Go to the car park and take your shoes off, show them Prince Abdullah. What is that going to accomplish anyway?
Let me try and put it another way.
Team off on Twitter. It's not when I know people have got frustrations and they want to show.
If we play all the new signings and we lose, fuck me, can you imagine crisis then? But what worries me is if he plays one of the 3 new signings, 2 aren't in squad, whatever, and then it's the same old shit and we lose 2-0. People will be fucking furious. And that's my worry.
I just think he'll just panic and people will just...
They are going to panic.
They're going to this season will just think it's all over already.
A lot of people do.
I know.
A lot of people do. I mean, I'm the most pessimistic bar steward in the world. And even I know it's early days.
Like I said before, though, when is the early days going to stop if we've not won another game?
I said 6 games before, but now since we've only got 2 points in 5, I'm saying 10 games.
Oh, we're going for 10 games.
We're going for 10 games.
And then we can start panicking.
Then we can start panicking after 10 games. I said 6 before, but now I'm moving it to 10. I'm moving the goalpost slightly because there's more teams in the Championship and more games. Unlike the Premier League with them.
I like League One anyway.
I like the away allocations. 8,000 at the away end. Yes, fucking please. Right, let's go to the fans now. Before we do that, if you want to get your opinions in, your previews, your match reactions, send them to the email address. Where is it, John?
A bit further down. That's
it. Back there. Send it to that email address there, and you could be on the show. You could take Big Rob's place, who don't like he's going to get a video in this week.
Oh, he's on a cruise, isn't he?
Fucking posh bar steward. But yeah, go on, bugger off on your cruise, Rob. He has more holidays than Queen, that bloke.
Does?
We're only jealous, by the way. We're bitter, we're very bitter.
Who wants to be on a cruise when you can have a pint at Farm Road?
Exactly. But yeah, if you want to get your... We're going on a right tangent this week, aren't we? If you want your videos in, send them to that email address there. But to the fans.
Got Peterborough at the Lane then. It'd be nice to be back to the Lane. I managed to get my Hull tickets this morning as well, which means that in the space of 3 weeks we've got about 4 matches to go to. I've not made my mind up on the Southampton game yet because the atmosphere at the Derby Cup match was absolutely dog shit, to be honest, with the Kop being closed and everyone being shoved into the side stands. It wasn't as good as it usually is, so I haven't made my mind up on that. But Peterborough at home, I've not really kept much of an eye on what they're doing. Obviously, since the League One days, we haven't really had to worry about them. I know that their forward Siriki Dembele, we were looking at maybe bringing in, but that never came about. I'm glad that we got some players in late in the window, even though they're loanees. It'd be nice to see some of them start. Obviously, Olsen will have to start, surely. Be nice to start Shoreham and Gibbs-white in the middle with maybe Berger, but it's understandable if he doesn't make all the changes at once. The Prince reckons that Ndiaye is one of our best signings of the window from our academy, so we'll have to see how he plays. Obviously, he came on in the Derby Cup match and it was difficult for him to really get going. It seemed like he had little flashes of what he can show, but it seems quite a good technical player on the ball, which is something that I'm always up for, to be honest. I remember when Didzy came and he was still an Ipswich player. I saw him come off the bench and I remember thinking that he was one of the most technically exciting players that I've seen, and that was before we'd even signed him and seen what we've seen since. So you never know, little flashes can show you what a player's all about. Whether he goes for a 3 up top, I'm not too sure. I'd be quite happy with seeing maybe McBurney and Sharp playing up front together in a 2. If he doesn't go with a front 3, if he goes with a front 3, it'd be nice for McBurney to be at a spearhead with Brewster and Ndiaye either side of him. But like I say, it'll mean putting a lot of changes together, and I don't know if that'll work too well. But you'd like to think home match against Peterborough would be a win to get us going in a run of fixtures that could be really fruitful for us. So up the Blades, let's hope for the best and enjoy Saturday.
Right, so transfer window shut. Now we move on and see what we do. Bought in 4 decent players, but we didn't get the wingers I think we needed. And have we done enough to make us more creative than 5 chances in 5 games? We'll see. This next run of games will tell us everything. These next 5 games, 12 points, we're in charge. Out under 9 points, I think we're in for a bloody long hard season. Clearly he wanted wingers, we didn't get them. Hopefully he can jiggle enough around with what we've got and start picking up wins, which is what we need.
So, looking ahead to this fixture against Peterborough United at Bramall Lane, what my thoughts and feelings going into this one? Well, overall, I'm pretty positive. Call me crazy, call me naive. I'm pretty positive and almost excited going into this fixture for a couple of reasons, really. First of all, to see the new players. I think Robin Olsen, Conor Hurricane and Morgan Gibbs-White are all positive additions. Should we have done more recruitment in the summer? Yes. Should we have done it earlier? In my opinion, definitely. But alas, we're here with the cards we've been dealt. We can't do anything about it. I've spoken on the channel about the recruitment until I'm blue in the face, and I've decided to be as positive as possible about the players we've brought in. So how do I think these new players will fit into this system? There's been a lot of chat in the week running up to the game about personnel and formation yet again. Do we go back to the back 3 or the back 4? I think at the start of the season I was an advocate for the back 4, but unfortunately the lack of recruitment has really prohibited us from changing it up by not bringing any width in, any wingers. I've seen a lot of people say Morgan Gibbs-White can play out on the wing. That's possible, but yet again, like what we've seen this season with McGoldrick and Brewster, that's fitting square pegs in round holes, and that's not how you win promotion, in my opinion. So my preferred way of lining up for this Peterborough game and going forward would be going back to the back 3 of Bogle at right wing back. I'd have Basham at right centre back, Egan, Ben Davis, and then Norrington Davis on the left, and then a midfield 2 of Hurricane and Fleck, because I know Berg's been struggling with COVID, and then I have Morgan Gibbs-White as a wide attacking midfielder, narrow, with Bogle providing the width down one side, Norrington Davis providing the width down the other side, Luke Freeman in the free role on the left hand side, much like Morgan Gibbs-White, supplementing the midfield 2, moving in, creating chances, and then up front I'd have either a mixture of Rhian Brewster, who I think really does need a run of games to prove his quality, or Ollie McBurney to give us more of a vocal point. Either or, in my opinion, will be positive. Looking at Peterborough, really this is a game we should be winning to set the tone for the rest of the season. A newly promoted team at home. Yes, they've got a few quality players. Sariki Dembele and Johnson's Clark Harris has really proved himself as a strong goal scorer in the division below. But overall, this should be a game we should be winning, and comfortably so. My score prediction would be 3-1 United.
Hello again, back so soon, eh? Just 1/3 of the Tufty Club here this week. But, I mean, in the same vein as Sheffield United way with their brilliant interview with the Prince Abdullah, we've taken the opportunity to invite someone else on the show. So let's see if we can cut live to him now. Yeehaw! It's Jimmy Boy Phipps here, all the way from the US of A, and I'm still following them mighty Blayards to the top of the Premier League. Jim, I've got to stop you there. Firstly, I thought you'd lost quite a lot of weight in your beard and stuff like that. Oh yeah, good point. But secondly, unfortunately, we're not very good anymore. In fact, we're crap again. Remember, how it was before. So we're probably a bit closer to League One now than the Premier League. So, oh right, mighty fine. Oh well, hang on, I got a lawyer emergency. I wheels up. Jim, I've got my finger stuck in my ear. Jim? No, we seem to have lost him. Never mind. On with the preview, I suppose. Well, first of all, I suppose we better talk about the transfer window. And if you read Twitter, which unfortunately most of you probably will have, it's a bit of a, Schrodinger's window, isn't it? in that it seems to be the worst possible "where's money Abdullah" window that anyone's ever seen in their life, or it's the greatest ever and we're going to get promoted and probably win the league and probably win the Premier League next year. Never any middle ground, is there? As ever, I'm going to be middle ground boy and say it's probably both. It is Schrodinger's window. It's a lot better than I expected, given I expected absolutely nothing as usual. So there is that. We've got some players in at least, but then you look at what we've brought in and it's kind of Davies looks all right. It's kind of what we need. We need a defender, but is he the commanding defender we need? Looks decent. We'll see how we go. Keeper is just like for like. I know we needed to sell to get the money in, but playing wise, there's no real game there. Howram, however you pronounce it, is he going to be another Ollie Norwood, but Norwood of 2 or 3 years ago? So hopefully, what we need, time will tell on that, I guess. And then, of course, we've got the man with 3 surnames, Morgan Gibbs-White. It's kind of saying a lot about where we are, that a lot of people are pinning our hopes on him. A kid that he's not played too many games at the level we're looking at, but yeah, hopefully he'll come good. But it's a bit of a number 10, and we don't play a number 10, and the system that everyone leads you to believe Slav wants to play doesn't have a number 10. So it'll be interesting to see where we go with that. So yeah, time will tell on all them. With regards to the game against Peterborough, I just said, impossible to predict. I don't think anyone can guess what sort of team he's going to pick, let alone how we're going to play. So what I will say, it's stupid to say it at this stage of the season, but since when I say anything stupid ever stopped us, it's kind of a must-win game that we must win. Peterborough have just come up. They've had some reasonable results, but we're playing them at home. This is the kind of game we have got to win. We've got to give the season a boot up the arse. So it'd be interesting to see what we do. I have a sneaking suspicion we might sneak it as well. I'm going to put my neck on the line and say it's going to be a 1-0, but for once in our favour.
Right then, Peterborough next up at the Lane. First game back from the international break and first game since the transfer window shut. And I'd say overall it was probably a negative window, but it was a bittersweet deadline day. We expected a couple of wingers. I know Slav would have loved a couple of wingers, and unfortunately both deals for potential wingers fell through for different reasons, and that Collado one, I can't admit to have ever known anything about him or I've seen more than clips of him, but you want something different in your squad, don't you? And I feel like that could have been a good thing for Slav to have, to provide. So to that fall down at the last hurdle like it did was quite unfortunate. But having said that, I'm very happy with the 2 additions we did make. Again, they're only loan signings, but Morgan Gibbs-White, I've always been a fan of at Wolves, was very impressed with him in his spell at Swansea last season. So yeah, I think he can bring a lot of energy to that midfield, be a bit more attacking than some of the midfielders we've got, and drive us that extra 5-10 yards up the pitch and just not let Sander Berger do it all by himself in the middle. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing him and Hourahan as well, player who also signed the day before the deadline, I believe, or maybe a couple of days. But Robin Olsen as well, an internationally recognised goalkeeper, never a bad thing. From what I've seen of him, I've always been quite impressed. And played all right. I watched the Sweden game in the international break, and he made a really good save in that game. I think United clipped it eventually and put it on their Twitter. So yeah, I'm looking forward to having a proper recognised keeper in between the sticks. No harm to Wes or Verips, but yeah, you need someone a bit better if you want to be pushing up the league like we do. And maybe it's just because I've not watched this for 2 weeks, but I'm quietly optimistic for Saturday. I think this is where we get our first win. Peterborough are dangerous. They're a very attacking side. Johnson Clark-Harris is a very capable centre forward. George Grant in midfield I'm a big fan of. So it's not going to be easy. Not going to be easy by any means, but I think this is where we get over the line and get that first win and hopefully start to kick on just a bit more. Go on, Blades.
Hi pal, hope we're all good. Just a quick preview for this Saturday's game against Peterborough. I'm actually looking forward to it, to be honest with you. I know the season hasn't started as good as we would have all hoped. Obviously still without a win and yet to look overly convincing, although the Huddersfield game was a little bit better performance-wise. Ultimately we didn't come away with any points. the Luton debacle. But we've just got to move on from that now, haven't we? You know, the new transfers are in. Maybe one reason why I'm looking forward to it so much. You know, I hope they start. I think Olsen will definitely start. You know, then I've got a feeling it's going to be one of Hourihane or Gibbs-white. I don't think he'll start both of them. I hope he does. Just quick through what I would go for in the lineup. I'd go for a 4-3-3. Olsen in goal, Baldock at right back, purely based on the fact I think Baldock's better in a 4 than Bogle is. Egan Davis, Ben Davis, Norrington Davis at left back. Berg and Hourihane sort of the two sitters, but Berg with a bit of licence to go, and Hourihane, you know, if one goes, one sits. Gibbs-white in front of those. I'd have Freeman on the right hand side. I think his performance at Luton more than justifies a start, and you know, his performances since Slav's come in more than justifies a start. On the left hand side, I don't know, to be honest with you. We're lacking the out and out winger maybe, and Dye starts. Obviously a lot of hype about him signing a new contract. Brewster, but he's not an out and out winger. But then for me, down the middle, I go Billy Sharp. Billy Sharp, first name on the team sheet at the minute. He's the only one that looks like scoring. You know, other strikers in there like McBurney didn't. Not quite done it over the last few games. That'll be my starting 11. You know, it's a game we've got to be winning. We've not won yet, like I said before. Peterborough again. I said it against Luton and I said it against Huddersfield that Peterborough are going to be a team that are going to be down there. We've got to get this season going. You know, it's an important period. You know, we've got Saturday, then Tuesday in the Cup, I believe, then it'll be Saturday again. So it's a busy period in our time, in the season. So hopefully, and I say it every week, hopefully we'll get that first win. I think we will do. I think it'll be a high scoring game. I think it'll be 3-1, something like that to the Blades. Sharp, Brewster to score, and Conor Hourihane. I've got a feeling he might have a world in him. So hopefully, first win up the Blades.
So Harvey's quietly confident. Harrison's analytical brain is saying that we're going to win. Kieran's saying we're going to lose. I'm only messing Kieran. And Tufty Club had an exclusive interview with Jim Phipps. So, very mixed bag of opinions and reviews there. Our final thoughts, our predictions.
I'm still going to be confident. We're going to win. Everybody's going to be happy. Everybody's going to be celebrating. And we'll be in playoffs in the next 5 games.
Is that even mathematically possible?
Yeah, of course it is. We're only 7 points off.
Are we?
Bring league table back up.
I believe it. I trust you. If we play all the signings, we win 3-0.
I'll drink to that.
If we don't play all the signings at once,
we'll win 1-0.
We'll lose 1-0. But we are going to play all the signings. And we're going to win. And it's going to be great. And the season starts now.
Watch me beer.
Sorry. But it's got to. Season's got to start now. Starting again from... It is. It's like, this is it now. We've had a bit of a shit start. We've got to run that pitch and shout next goal wins. Simple as that. Even if, you know, like that one kid who was always at school, our team's losing 4-0. Next goal wins! That's got to be us from now on. We've got to just...
We need to score a goal, though.
God, fucking hell, that's worrying, isn't it? Come on, Sharpie. Save us. Save us, Billy. Save us, Billy Sharp. You're our only hope. And put the fucking flag back up, by the way.
Yeah, put it back up.
But you don't even want him starting. Anyway, we're not getting back into that. Just...
He scores goals from bench.
I'm panicky, but I'm... If we play all the signings, we'll win this game, in my book. Call that arrogant if you want, but we do. Jono, it's been a pleasure, as always. We'll best leave it there, because otherwise we're just going to end up discussing the geopolitical situation of what the fuck happens when we lose and which side of the Great Blades War of Twitter we're going to end up being on. So we'll ignore that completely. We'll end on a positive note. If we play all the signings, we're going to win. Jono reckons we'll win regardless. Jono, any final words for the camera?
Enjoy Saturday, Blades.
Thank you for coming on.